Monday of the 5th week of Lent. Gathered. The chief priests and the Pharisees gathered the council and said, "What are we to do?" John 11, verse 47. The Gospel of Luke helps us understand how the relationship between Jesus and the religious leaders quickly eroded during the last weeks of his life. Luke 9 through 18 are filled with telling moments when we see how the Pharisees and scribes are unable to see past their rules and traditions and cannot fathom the outpouring of mercy that Jesus bestows on sinners. The religious leaders are also unhappy with what Jesus is saying about himself and God the Father. The Gospel of John gives us a few insights into Jesus' journey to Jerusalem, some of which are unique to John's account. Among them is Jesus' statement that he is "I am," John 8:58, when he declares that he is one with God. Another is the healing of the blind man in John 9. However, perhaps the most powerful is his bold proclamation in John chapter 10 verse 30, when he says, "I and the Father are one." John 11 contains the account of the healing of Lazarus, a moment that could be described as the straw that broke the camel's back for the religious leaders. Immediately after Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead, we read that some of them went to the Pharisees and told them what Jesus had done. This event was too significant for them to ignore. Immediately, the chief priests and the Pharisees gathered the council and said, "What are we to do?" John 11, 46 and 47. With these events, the whole tone of this journey to Jerusalem has changed. The joy and ease that characterized the days when Jesus taught the parables of the Good Samaritan and the prodigal son are replaced by predictions of his death and whispers of conspiracy. Let us imagine that Jesus, the apostles, you, Mary, and a few others are staying in Bethany. Let us prayerfully contemplate that you and Mary are sitting outside Lazarus's house. It is quiet, and Mary is focused in prayer. She begins to recite Psalm 71 from memory. "In you, O Lord, I take refuge. Let me never be put to shame." She continues line by line. "For you, O Lord, are my hope, my trust, O Lord, from my youth." With tears in her eyes, Mary finishes midway through the psalm. "For my enemies speak concerning me. Those who watch for my life consult together." Psalm 71, verses 1, 5, and 10. You seem to understand how Mary is praying with these words today, thinking of her son and those who are challenging and rejecting him. Those who, not far from here, are currently asking what they are to do about Jesus now. Mary pauses her prayer and turns to you, the tears still fresh in her eyes. She asks again, "Are you ready for this part of the journey?" For your prayer. Spend an additional 15 minutes today in prayer. Reflect on the lives of Jesus and Mary through the Rosary. Aim to pray 3 decades if you can. At the end of each decade, pause for a few minutes in silence and ask Mary to look at you. Ask Mary what was in her heart after Lazarus was raised from the dead and the Pharisees took counsel against her son. Then ask Mary to take you to her son. Let go of any distractions and let this happen however the Spirit desires. Simply ask Mary to bring you to Jesus. What words stood out to you as you prayed? Enjoy your prayer.